What's up, YouTube? Streaming today is going to be easy. Bad Boys for Life skull helmet. I know it looks weird right now. It's been primered. Got nose vinyl, teeth vinyl, jawbone vinyl on there. Yes, I could airbrush it freehand without a problem. But when you're offering uniform things in a shopping cart on a website, you want them all to be as close to the pictured item as possible, and this is how I achieved this. It also speeds up the paint process a little bit. So that's all that it is. Basically half black, half white, primered, got a little bit of white in there, and I'm going to go in and throw in some shadows and the Grim Reaper hood, and gonna clear coat. So let's go to the airbrush booth. I will meet you right over there, and here we go. Nope, that's not it. Should be this one. Clear booth, airbrush booth, clear, airbrush. Heading over. And I got a bit of a new, it's more, it's not like a tripod. I think I was using a tripod before, but so all we're gonna do here is we're gonna go in with a trans black, maybe some dark black, but I'm not gonna try to talk so much. I'm not having the greatest day. It's also helpful if I had some my reference pictures. Go around the eyes. I gotta add that top piece of the eye later. Figure out where it's at. Once I establish it's going to be somewhere in this area and pointed, but the hood will cover some of that, so we'll just leave that there like that. Just do a faux one. Not too much. And then let me go get my phone for a reference. Bad Boys for Life motorcycle helmet. And there's our image. So put on my glasses, zoom in and see how we've got this. So we got a little bit of texture under here. Kind of made them look like a little bit of eyes. So I think we got a crack. I don't don't know what they're called. The joints that hold the skull together. And it's going to come right down the middle like this. A little bit of shading. And then this is going to come right here. Right there. Darken this up a little bit. And then go in with something like that. And then for the, I have this one piece that I used. I'll be looking for it forever. Just a tore piece of paper because I didn't like it so smooth. But this would probably do it. So you can kind of rough it in. This is my detail black. Just parallel to the top leg of the eyes. Then I go in with a texture and hit it in a couple spots. I know where I'm going. Like that. A little more than, and if you move it, tend to not get so, not too jaggedy. We'll leave that there. Use this to a good thing about this not being a glow-in-the-dark skull helmet is I can use white to touch up my stakes. On the glow-in-the-dark helmets, that is not an option. And then I have, I can't find all my, here's one. This is how I achieve the angles for this, but first let me just go in and just kind of rough this in a little bit. There's a reference point for the jaw. Bring that in. That. Too crazy. That does drop below. Let it kick back up. There we go. Seeing that. I think this is one of the, and you can just fill in the voids. There is going to be a bit of a drop shadow. I'm just going to add this right here. I need to be lower, but it's alright. It's all good. It's alright. And there's that. A little bit of a drop shadow. I'd go in, maybe roughen this up a little bit. Some jaggedness. Come around the eyes. Actually, I should have been opaque black immediately around the eyes, and then transition to a gradient or a, because right here at this edge, I need it to be opaque. right? And it does make it difficult. That way, when I do remove this area and there is dark tint underneath it, that it doesn't appear like it's the exact shape of the vinyl mask. You know, and you definitely don't want it to be perfect. And then I'll go in with the transparent and just bring a smoother gradient in where the opaque black is, and I can add little details, which I'll show you here in a second. I want this area to look as if it's raised, so I'll put a little there. And then we got like a jawbone crack right here, not a jawbone, eye socket. Let that go there. Try to do the same thing to this side. You know, and you can go back over and add, it looks a little weak. And so this is going to be all the way here. So I don't want this completely smooth, so I'll just, I got a better one. I don't know where it is. I've been using it for years. And all it is a tore piece of paper, but I am freaking fond of it. And this is it right here. See how long I've been using this? And I can just come in and see, we can take off the well, you'll see, I guess, here in a second. There's that. Maybe just a little there. Right? Then I'll most likely just black all this out here up to, oh yeah. I can go in with this and give it more. Clean your tip every now and then. If you notice that the sharpness fades. So yeah, just and then I've got this piece. Any of these pieces will work. So I'll just fade from black out. For the most part, this will all be somewhat black. Right? Same in here. You guys can see a little better. And then how good can you guys see that angle? I'm gonna go check my monitor and see what how everything is looking. Audio is still looking good. You can kind of see. I know it looks a little strange right now. It's got a weird angle on the camera, but that's the beauty of airbrushing. It just comes together pretty freaking quick if you're motivated. Okay, black that out. Black that out. And I'm not going to worry about it being completely blacked out because, you know, you should be able to see a little bit. This is not a completely empty area. So what do we got here? Man, I feel like this should have been, I need to get some really good trans in this one here. Maybe I can get it cleaned out. No. Sorry, I'm cleaning out this airbrush. Trying to get some transparent black in it so I can really go in with the really light details that I think will make all the difference there. And a little bit of water and a little bit of stirring. And we have, it's a little opaque for my flavor, but for my taste, but you'll see it. Nice little, adds a nice little tinge to the white, and it's not freaking killing the details underneath. And I can go back over any line and just give it a little more character, like this. I'll go in with these. And you can put little faces in this. Let me know if you see them. And then I think, there, I saved it. We're gonna go and I think we have a, sorry, I don't mean to be, yeah, we do have a little bit of something right here. Another skull seam, a little bit more pronounced. I'll go back over it. I need to clean the paint off. The airbrush stops working for an unknown reason, and most likely is garbage day tomorrow. Maybe like aliens, I think, is what they look like. I'm gonna take my little special stencil. I'll add in some like, you know, I didn't go too crazy on the detail. I know there's a lot of people like, oh, I could do like, 500. Well, I had 2 weeks to pay 13 helmets for this movie, and he wasn't trying to get too crazy. There's not going to be any like close-ups or magazine covers or anything like that. One did end up on the DVD cover though, which was kind of dope. So we can just go in and add little textures with something like this. You drag it, get different effects. Come in here. I use it sometimes even just to put something like that on there, just to create a offset of maybe even combine two, right? Just to texture. You can use it anywhere. Sometimes I'll drag it up, go way back, and then just, you can even barely see this, but it all just somehow adds to it. So, I'm gonna double down on my original shadows that I brought. These two teeth roots, they just need to be, go over them a couple times. There's all sorts of weird things happening with the teeth. Put a little cavities or in the skull, just around there. Just some different textures to break up the monotony so it doesn't look too unnatural. Right? So I can go in here. I'll be able to pull those off. So I don't know. I have to establish where that's going to go here in a second. So I think I've got to bring up some and if you do something like that, you can add to it just by going over it. Maybe you want to get close. Maybe you want to, add something there and create more of a depth. Just like that. Something like this. Uh-oh. I can feel something. Yeah. There went my fine line. Now that's Uh-oh. Something's keeping my paint from flowing. I think it's like I feel a little piece of dry paint or something in there. It's aggravating, I tell you. One little freaking itty bitty, and there it went. And I can't get it out. I can feel it in the needle where it's supposed to seat. Now I'm just wasting my freaking beautifully mixed paint. Yeah, it's not freaking. All right, so go in and add some highlights in a little bit. I think this is going to come right through there. We'll see. A little bit of paint splatter somehow. We'll just freaking own it. I don't know where that came from. Gosh, that is so annoying because I can feel that freaking whatever it is, and that I want to take it off. All right, I'm just going to go in, finish this one up. Finish these teeth up. Not overthink it. right? And we got the teeth divided. Now time to divide the top teeth. Finally giving them my secret. Yep, this is how I make them all look the same. And they hated me for it. But it's whatever. Mm. I'm going to go in with this. This is a little bit heavier. Do some shadowing. Always on the back edge, towards the back of the helmet. Same thing to the bottom, back edge of the tooth. And right up through the middle normally. Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it, than having to airbrush each individual tooth. Baby hanging. Look, I'll even go with my, this pisses me off. So this damn thing, look at it, it's so bad, it's freaking, there's a piece of dried paint in my nozzle. And it's making me mad, and I don't feel like taking the gun apart. See, it should be a lot finer than that and consistent. Should be hairline. I can't get it because that's what happens when you don't keep your airbrushes clean. But I guess I can take it out and clean it. But I don't need a fine line. I just need some extra not so heavy detail black, because I want to create the illusion that where these teeth go into the skull, there is a surface difference, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And then I want to go in individually and just add some abrasive qualities, like, but it's not flowing well, and I need it to be fine line, and this is gonna freaking cause me a problem. I'm gonna have to clean it out. That's all there is to it. Sometimes pushing the needle back and forth, if you can feel anything in there that's not metal to metal, that's how you know that you have a clog. So empty some of this transparent black into here again. Add a little bit more water. I'm just going to leave it as is because I'm just doing some fine lines. Let's see if we can get a fine line now. Little demonstration. Yeah. And just add some crack. Maybe a crack up here. Yeah, see? See how fine it is? Right? Let's do have this guy, rest of this guy's face in. And you don't want every tooth to have to be cracked. You want to, you know, think that he had some sort of, I mean, he's still got all his teeth, I guess. Maybe a little cavity here and there. Bam. Got some. And maybe another crack. Crack, crack, crack. Maybe some not so pronounced cracks. And just bring it all together. Alright, so the teeth, right? They look flat. I'm going to add some depth. Bring these all the way back. Bringing that all the way back. Bring these forward a little bit with a little drop shadow. And by the time we get to the front, it's going to arch out. Alright, we got that in. Maybe a little bit more there. A little more there. Alright, I think it's about ready. Well, we got to work on these jawbones. Look how bright white they are. Alright, we're going to bring some texture into them. Here we go. First thing I do, well, see how different that is there. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these two by, I don't know if you can see the, dang, why is this paper towel in there? Connect these by with a white. So you can see where some was shaded and this vinyl was still on there. So that's been connected by the white. So when I go in and do my shading, that line's not going to be there. And then somewhere along the line is going to be this sort of, well, I have to look. But I'm going to go through with the black on this and do the whole around it. All right. That's going to round off all the edges, so to speak. Sorry. All right. And then do it again. We went in with the opaque and rounded it off even more. Rounded it off heavy. I don't even know how much of this this bone I don't normally keep too much of this bone. Right? And then with my super atomized airbrush, kick back in some weird angles. Right? Bring that on, try to knock all the white out of that. You definitely don't want no bright white on your skull. A lot of guys would even do this probably even a lot more yellow, but I want the contrast to be there. I'm a big fan of contrast. So what I'll do, ooh, oh, a little bit of spider action. Make it. Oh, look for my fine lines. All right, and do the same. This is damn near opaque. What the hell happened? I thought oh, yeah, thick paint. It's acting up now. Too thick and freaking sputtering. So, and then I'll take this white right here and try to bring up a little bit of a three-dimensional piece, right, for the top of that. Separate to its own. All right, got that there. The jawbone in. Now we can start working on the hood. And then the hood is pretty easy. I'll just go in with the white. Like that. Try to do the same thing over here. Right? Maybe even bring it down even some more. Like that. Give it a little rounded point like this. Follow that back. Like that. And I want to come back through. Let me see what the reference pix looks like. Okay. And then it just dropped it back. So right about here, we're gonna knock that down. Okay. Just like that. And then we'll go through, finish that off in the black. And right about there. Make sure it comes on the right side. Right. And right here. And then there. Right. And then just crazy like. And then just crazy like. Follow this back out. Crazy like. Okay. And I can work on this. Add a little rounded peak. right? Little rounded piece here. Right. And I'll go through with black. See the symmetry is looking good. A little bit of white here, a little bit of ridge. And another one. Right. And a little bit of ridge. And one here. Okay. Now I will take, what did I do with that rounded one? Where was that at? Didn't I have that? Didn't I have a rounded one out here? I had a big round. Alright, this will work though. Maybe I didn't. Maybe. Where was that at? Thought I had a big round stencil here a second ago. No, I do not. So I'm going to go in with the transparent again and increase this drop shadow. Alright. Bring it right. You can kind of see the, and it's a little hard edge for me. And a little bit of there. Ooh, that went way back. I didn't like, well, it'll be alright. Does that one go back that far? No, I don't think it does. Let's bring this one in a little closer. Okay. And then it all just has to be cleaned up with the black. Try to go in with my got some shadows there. I don't like all these. I'm gonna block the couple of these out. Okay. So, that's weird. This whole thing is coming undone. Hmm. All right, it's coming together. I'm gonna go check and make sure everything's going okay. You guys can take a look at it. And Probably the angle would be better if we were up higher. I think. I don't know if this thing will go up anyhow. I don't know if that's any good or not. Yeah, a little better. It doesn't look as distorted. You can kind of see what we're going for there. Yeah, that looks better. See if anybody, where's my, nobody cares, nobody watches the stream, should just watch that. Should just watch that. So, it's almost there. And I got to get a drink. My hands. That's why people wear gloves. Can't say I blame them. Also, sometimes if you look at things through a camera, it gives you a whole new perspective, and you're like, that is there's too much highlights on that area or not enough, and you can just kind of gauge, just get a fresh perspective. So yeah, that is better. And then, well, so yeah, it's tough, but you can see that peak and creating that drop shadow does help it. You know, it'll look good when it's all said and done. Oh yeah, it's gonna look real nice. Once I pull up that nose, you got those cracks in there good. This one has more detail than the original. But I'm just gonna finalize that black up, throw a little bit of blue in it, throw some folds in the bottom, and then be done. It is 10 o'clock, almost. Throw some folds in here. There's the you know, it's pretty spot on. I think I did a little bit more. Oh, I did do that a little bit differently, didn't I? Now this one has the same angle. And just throwing some light shading for fabric folds. And then a little blue to offset it. And that's just that easy. Move it around. Get some unique looking folds and some basic ones. same with this. Some lighter ones to fill the void. And I got this black. Now do some separation to bring some realism. Add a little bit of blue to this, some deep blue. I have any. It's almost like a navy. And that's kind of where it's at right now. I think it does. I think we did achieve the 3D effect. I'm going to throw some trans black to mute out this jawbone a little bit. Right in this area. And there we are. That's pretty much it right there. If you like what you see, or if you learned anything, or if you just want to be generous, because I think generosity is the key to prosperity, or a major factor, therefore. But that's pretty much where we're at. Oh, looks a little bright here, so So yeah, that's basically where we're at, and then we'll just carry up this eye. Carry it right here. So they know that it's there. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I am going to throw in just a little bit more white at this peak. Because this is where yeah. I don't think that needs any more. It's pretty prominent right there. It's still a hard right there. Maybe the same. Get a hard edge. Maybe even split this one. And that's where we are right there. Got a little bit of right there. All right, I'm digging it. I think it looks good. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Tell me how much you hate it. Tell me what I should do next. Any comments, suggestions, or anything? I think I'm going to go ahead and let's do the full reveal. Pull off that nose piece. This, and then you can kind of get an idea. There we are. And all the eyes will be black when it's all said and done. Goes up there. Teeth look good. Jawbone looks good. The hoodie looks great. Everything is coming together. We got the highlights where we need. Teeth look set back. Got the ridges. Got a little bit of fabric folds playing in there. And I think we're ready for clear coat. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this off. Normally what I like to do is at least seal it. But these shields come off pretty easy, and I can protect the paint. So there's that. And I will throw this in here. And I'll leave that there. And I will mix up some clear coat somehow, some way. And you guys can watch my clear coat process, which is probably different. I think I actually got this from the Showy factory, this idea. So get this cup cleared out. Get my camera bag off. I don't know how long this camera is going to last being so close to clear coat. I'm guessing not very long. So it's kind of a crappy little 4K camera. But you can see right there being that close. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it back a little bit. But I don't know how to protect it from clear coat overspray and everything on that on the lens. I don't know. They make something. Trying to find my air gun. Blow this out. Using the 3M PPS system. Give me another lid. I got one right here. It's going to be clean. I can just, where's my measuring cups? Gotta get a new measuring cup. I'm running low. Probably need to. Measuring cups are like 50 bucks for like, I don't know. I only use these 8 ounces, and I try to reuse them whenever I can. Sometimes you just can't. Once you mix any color or primer, they're done. But sometimes for clear coat. So I'm going to do a solid, let's just do, I'm just going to do 4 because I'm not going to get too crazy on it. 4 ounces and then 2 ounces of hardener and 6 ounces might do it, but I might run out. But I'll do the shield first. And that way, even if I do run out, it's all got to be wet sanded and then it'll be clear coated again. So I don't try to get a perfect, well, I do. I always aim for perfection, but I don't ever risk it for a run. I don't want to lay it too heavy and get a sag. Then I got to worry about freaking sanding through paint and all this other nonsense. Going to be clear coating with an Iwata. Oh, where is it? Where did the Iwata go? Oh, it's in the booth. Because it's got that lacquer thinner in it. LPH 300. I think, and it does fine for me. I think it's got a 1.3 nozzle or tip. Go in there. Shake it up. Give it a little blast. So here we go. This is going to be crazy. I've never done this before. Let's go ahead and switch to the clear coat booth. I don't know what is dancing and what is that. I have no idea. It's not happening in real life, but for some reason, it is happening on the camera. I think I need to. I got to throw my earpieces back on. For the helmet shield, protect the earpieces and the hinge area. I'll set this in my drying cabinet for now. Oh, this is where I do the shields. Not sure if you can see that, but basically right there. And we will definitely get freaking clear on that then. So I'm not going to go into crazy details on this. All right. say goodbye to that camera. It's shot. I guarantee it. 3 coats. Camera's in the way of my stand, so I'm going to try to one-hand this. This will probably be... Alright. 1, 2, 3. Gosh. Move that back over there. And we'll do the helmet next. Bam. Just drop it on there. Make sure it's seated. You gotta push all the junk in there forward. Put my little speed dial indicator. That's so it's spinning at the proper speed. So I'm gonna do 3, like this. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. All right, went a little heavy and don't like to do that. I'd rather it be thin. Go through and look. It looks pretty. Got some orange peel here. It's just orange peel here. Yeah, there. Side. Side. Ah. All right. I don't want to go crazy on it. It takes a second sometimes to level. So there is that. Man, there's some weird... Why is that? See that tape? That's so weird. Why does that look black on there? That is nuts. That's supposed to be yellow. They got some sort of background? I'm not sure, dude. Weird things happening with that. So weird. Why is that black? This is yellow. Because that's what happens when you buy a 4K camcorder on Amazon. No name. Dude, that is insane. It must be a setting wrong or something. So I'll drop this into my drying cabinet so no dust happens. And I got it at a cool 90 degrees for optimal leveling. But let's go ahead and switch back. But anyway, thank you everybody. Thank you 18, 20 people, 30 people. Maybe it'll be 100 one day. But appreciate you. I will make another stream when I am putting this back together and when it's all finished. But so yeah, like, subscribe, comment, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already. I'm going to try to do some more content that's more entertaining somehow, some way. I'm going to get it done. But peace, love, blessings your way, to you and yours, safe travels. And until next time, this is LTF. Peace.